Revel, congrats on your memoir. It is dynamite. Are you flattered by all the attention it's getting, or is it freaking you out a little bit?
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I mean, it's freaking me out that my most deepest, intimate thoughts are now out there. Real personal stuff is out there. When I wrote it, I just thought literally if 10 people can relate to some of the things that I've gone through in my life, like weight, sexuality, fertility issues, like being shy. So I thought if 10 people relate to it and get some positive messages from it, then it's great. But yeah, it has gone gangbusters, which is really awesome.
You've packed so much in, and there's one particular chapter that has generated a lot of headlines. Chapter 23, it's been completely blacked out because of defamation laws in Australia. I want to know, did that feel like you were being censored?
Yeah, I mean, so obviously behind the scenes, that was something I was not happy about. I mean, Australia's my home country. If anything, I want my full story told. I was dealing with someone who's quite litigious and hired a high-priced legal team and PR crisis people to put things out in the press. And because of the peculiarities of the defamation laws in Australia, it would have taken a while to get the book out. So the book publishers came up with the idea of just redacting the chapter, and that's totally their right to do it. And I will say, like, the book is not about that guy. I know there's been a lot of media about it, but it's not about that guy, and it's just my full life story. So at least it's come out now. Because, being a new mum and stuff, I didn't want to have some lengthy battle for it to come out.
Were you ever worried about the blowback?
Oh, no, if anything, it's watered down a bit. So many people reaching out saying, and they might feel like they can't talk. So they're very, proud of me for talking about it. But yeah, no, if anything, some of the things are watered down.
Your diary proved very interesting to read.
You read my journal?
At first, I did not know that it was your diary. I thought it was a very sad, handwritten book.
Bridesmaids. It was your big Hollywood break, but it didn't come with a big paycheck, did it?
Yeah, I guess people are like, oh, why do actors go on strike like last year? Because some weird statistic, like 98% of actors earn below minimum wage here in Hollywood. And yeah, my first big movie, which I was so grateful to get, and I got paid $3,500, and then I had to pay that to the union. That exact same amount was what it cost to join the actors union here. And so I earned nothing. And so I just think people find that interesting, because you think, when somebody's moved to Hollywood, that they've made it, and they don't understand all of the struggle. And it's not all riches when you first come here.
You predicted a heaps embarrassing headline would come from you revealing that you were a virgin until you were 35. Has it been heaps embarrassing?
Well, you know what's been lovely is that the people like contacting me on social media, being like, oh, me too. I just never thought I could talk about it. Nobody knew this about me, like literally nobody, not even my best friends. And the first person that read it was the editor of the book. And just that feeling was just like, oh my God, now one person's gonna know. And I guess now everybody knows. But you know what? It's just part of my life story. And yes, clearly I was a late bloomer. There was nothing wrong with me. I've had plenty of great sex since, so don't feel bad for me or anything. It's totally worked out fine. In fact, some people say that women don't normally have great sex until their 30s anyway, so I just missed the bad sex. But it was just like, that was probably the thing that I was most embarrassed about coming out, because but I'm just like, it's part of my story. It shows you kind of my journey.
It's not like you didn't have a ton of opportunities to lose your virginity in Hollywood. There was that time that you were propositioned by a Jordanian prince. What happened there?
Yeah, and I mean, as if that was gonna happen. Things that you think, oh, that mustn't really go on. Yeah, there are princes from other countries that offer you a lot of money to spend a weekend with them. Oh. And I just, obviously I said no.
And then there was the tech billionaires orgy that you were invited to. orgies happen often in
Well-
Hollywood?
Can I just say, Sarah, it wasn't on the invite like orgy. It was a medieval themed party where you had to seriously dress in a really full-on costume. And I went and I just was amazed. There was fireworks and men jousting on horses. And then a man comes out with a whole tray of drugs. And I'm like, oh, what is this? And then the guy next to me said, oh, well, now it's time for the orgy. Which I was shocked. It was like a scene, I don't know, at a Bridget Jones' Diary when I'm at a party in a weird outfit, and I'm like, ah, and I had to. Luckily, I drove myself there and could drive myself home.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to do something that I wish I'd had the confidence to do 20 years ago. Be my real self.
Hollywood, it sounds like a really wild place. They can also be incredibly brutal. You say that in your early days, lots of people were calling you brave, and it wasn't a compliment.
I guess when I first came, I got off the plane, I had my one suitcase and my one doona, and a quarter of my suitcase was filled with chocolate, with caramello koalas. I don't know why, I'm an idiot. And then there wasn't actually many plus-size actresses at the time, which is why I got signed by my agency, William Morris Endeavour. And I guess when I started being out there and being on red carpets and being a very public person, I got the comment back a lot that I was being brave by doing that, I guess simply for being in Hollywood and being plus size, which kind of shocked me because I was the size of the average American woman at the time, being like size 16 to 18.
Didn't your manager say that losing weight could be bad for your career? Why is that?
It was put to me at the time about, well, if you lose weight, you'll lose this pigeonhole that you have that's earning you millions of dollars, and that will probably go away. I have since fired that agent because I think the biggest thing is, your health is the most important thing. Without that, you don't really have anything.
Before you'd even turned 40, you were already a bona fide movie star, but you write in the book, and this broke my heart, you felt not worthy of love, and not worth caring about. What changed?
I guess, it's sad. Sorry, I get a bit emotional about that because I'm like, why does a girl feel like that? Just feel like not good enough and not lovable. And I just know that there's so many people out there who feel the exact same way. And then, yes, there have been things that have happened in my life, not massive traumas, but little things that have led to me feeling that way. And I just didn't feel lovable or worthy. And that's why I was eating all that crap and that junk food late at night, because I didn't feel that I felt like I was trash. So I was treating my body like trash. And so I just started slowly, especially after my father's death, just like processing emotions and then realizing my value and realizing that I am lovable, and then that was the weight kind of dropped off, and I was really, but more than that, I was being able to have true intimacy with somebody and really let somebody in, and that happened to be Ramona, my partner, who's sitting just out there.
Look at you now. You've got so much love in your life. You've got this beautiful woman that you're engaged to, a gorgeous little girl. How's mum life?
Mum life is great. It's hard. It is, God, if you thought Hollywood was brutal. The sleep deprivation. It's shout out to all the mums out there. It's hard, but it's just awesome. And I just love everything that she does. And she's not like me. I was very painfully shy, and she's just a little ball of energy and just lights up a room.
Final question, because you've proudly described yourself as a bogan from the suburbs. Now that you're a big fancy movie star, are you still in touch with your bogan roots?
Yeah, every time I have a couple of pairs of Ugg boots in the cupboard. Every time I go to a buffet, which I still do, oh my God, I still do this, and then I ask for a container and I put an extra croissant in and save it for later.
Get a doggy bag. I love that.
I'm like, and I'm like, that is full bogan mentality, and I won't ever be able to shake that.
You are such a joy, and you've made all of us proud back home. Thanks so much for chatting.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You know what? Right after that interview, she ran to get a plane to go be interviewed by Oprah. Rebel Rising comes out tomorrow.
Wait, what
Grab
did the
it.
thing she said? What did she say?
That's everyone.